Hey you guys, it's your boy, and basically I'm just here to basically tell you about just information in general, or what I've been dealing with over the past couple of weeks. So basically, here we go. And just so you guys know, basically it's gonna be stuff that's literally on the top of my head, so basically just be patient with me. So Rainbow Six Siege is gonna have this weird PvP mode where you will be able to fight zombies off or something. I don't know about it. I didn't really pay too much attention to it due to the fact that I don't actually have the game. So I'm just gonna leave that there. And basically there's a game called Biomutant. They just showcased their character customization. I think that's pretty dope. There are a total of basically 5 new games on Steam, like Rogue Man's, Death Maze, and Hash and Tag, Ambition of the Slime, and The Fall Part 2 Unbound. To me, they're not the best looking games in the world, but basically they are definitely worth trying out. So if you guys haven't heard about it already, basically Metal Gear Survive is definitely going to come out tomorrow. Basically the beta was like 2 days ago. Basically I'm glad that they basically hook your boy with it. I think the game is definitely splendid. Basically it's definitely worth $49.99. So if you're a Metal Gears fan, basically go cop that. And basically in Injustice 2, basically the TMNT characters is basically supposed to come out tomorrow as well. I am hyped for that shit. That shit is one of the most best things that ever happened to me. And if you haven't heard about it, basically you have multiverses and you was able to play all 4 of the characters. Bruh, they was just so lit, my nigga. I'm definitely paying my full-blown money for the TMNT character, deadass. Okay, so in Dragon Ball FighterZ, basically Bardock and Broly is going to be the very first DLC, and I'm somewhat interested in it, but I don't have the game, so I'm going to leave that alone. And speaking of Dragon Ball, basically in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, basically they announced their DLC, so Jiren's going to be in it, Android 17 and Dragon Ball Super is going to be in it. Basically, for free content, basically we'll be able to turn the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but I heard that basically it's supposed to be somewhere in this month, so correct me if I'm wrong. In other news, on PC, basically this game called CD Projekt Red, sorry if I pronounce it wrong, but they've been basically having this weird loot box controversy, and basically what they're doing is they're comparing it to Shadow of War and Star Wars Battlefront 2 and many other games, and basically it's just people getting really tired of these microtransactions. But basically everybody just knows, just don't buy that shit. It's not worth it. And speaking of that, the only reason why most people get upset the freaking loot box system and the microtransactions is because it costs too much. And the only reason why basically these people basically spend so much money on loot boxes and microtransactions, because they just want to get through the fucking goddamn game. Just play the game right. Just take your time playing the game. You will not have an issue if basically you guys will take the time to play your games, yeah? I'm sorry, it somewhat pissed me off to the degree due to the fact that people just completely rush the games and buy a whole bunch of like microtransactions or whatever, just speed rush through the game. And half of you guys basically blame it on the microtransactions. It's not their fault, it's your fault for trying to rush through the game. And at the end of the day, you spent your money on it, so technically it shouldn't really be their fault. I'm sorry, I just got up in a moment, but basically in other news, Namco Namkai has announced their multiplayer for Colder Veins. I have only seen some screenshots of them, but they look, and I mean they look pretty damn good. So that's pretty much all that I could practically think of right now. So what do you guys actually feel about all the stuff that I talked about? Basically, obviously comment below, basically be sure to like. If you haven't yet, basically be sure to subscribe to my channel. I have lots of content basically in my playlist, like reviews, videos, and all that kind of jazz. So basically be sure to check them out if you haven't yet. And for those who literally watched the video, basically thank you guys. It really means a lot. It's your boy, I'm out.